So, Carson, what do you remember from the day you were born?
Well, I was born.
Well, today we're gonna take a look at just that.
Me being born? That's weird.
We're gonna show you some of the highlights from that special day, and we'll see what you think.
That's interesting. We've done this before with years, you know, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of things happened around the world, maybe, on that specific day.
To start, we're gonna show you the trailer from the biggest movie release the week you were born.
Oh my, okay. Was it a film noir? That was kind of big back then.
Maybe like a Disney movie. Who knows? 95? Maybe like Lion King? It was a Disney movie.
Sergeant, yes, sir. Establish
Toy Story, that's right.
We are at Code Red. Recon Plan Charlie. Execute.
You know, just a few weeks ago, I was watching the Toy Story films, and boy, does the animation of one not hold up. But like for the time, this was insane, I'm sure.
Walt Disney Pictures presents The Adventure Takes Off. When toys come to life.
To infinity and beyond.
Toy Story.
Wow, that logo even looks weird. I never thought about what the Toy Story trailer was, you know? And that was probably teased all throughout the year I was born until finally. That's insane, man. That's crazy.
Is that no, that's not Shia. Wait, what do extraordinary things? Is this Pearl? No, this isn't Pearl Harbor. I recognize him. Is that Matthew McConaughey?
The S-33 will rendezvous with a U-boat posing as the German resupply sub.
This doesn't, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look great, but it does, I'm seeing a bunch of familiar faces.
But just when they thought the mission was over,
They were wrong.
their ride home, trapped in an enemy submarine.
Everything's in German.
I can't read! I can't read!
Join us on Zack and Peck's adventure on I Can't Read.
U-571.
Never heard of that movie in my life. I've seen a lot of older movies, especially in the 2000 era. I have a lot of favorite submarine ones in particular. Crimson Tide is my personal favorite, or Red October. Compared to those, don't look anywhere near as good.
Anna Karenina, oh, that's a tearjerker. Vivian Leigh. Boy, kind of disappointing to be only in black and white, huh? The thing is, they were doing colored movies. It's just black and white was cheaper. I mean, 1939, Gone with the Wind, that was in color. I'm getting the whole movie. This is the way to watch it, the abbreviated version. Oh, see, this is near the end. Oh, and she just can't. I've seen that movie. Not when it came out. I don't think the Russian dramas would go very well. It's kind of plotting, and I think we're more into things being quick. And certainly we would want color.
If you liked what Donald Sutherland and Elliot Gould did to the United States Army in MASH...
It was a movie before it was a show?
Movie called Spies. Is that how you spell spies? I don't think that's correct spelling.
Unblemished.
Oh my gosh. Oh!
The American Embassy.
I'm pretty sure my dad had a suit very similar. The music is just so strange.
In hand-to-hand combat.
That's not appropriate. That's when cars were made like out of metal. 20th Century Fox, they still around. Okay, that's good. Oh my. I see myself maybe watching 10, 15 minutes and then deciding it's probably not for me.
So now we're actually gonna show you the top song from the week you were born.
Ooh.
Music, I feel like maybe I might enjoy a little bit more.
Unfortunately, we may have to swap out the audio for our audience, but you still get to hear us.
I'll let you know what song it is.
Oh my. That kind of sounds like a country song. That was the top song the week I was born. I hope the rest of the year got better.
I have no idea what this is. I have none. Santana? Have I heard of that? He does sound familiar, but it's not coming to mind. I still think people probably listen to it. I just have never heard of it.
Whitney Houston, okay. The 90s were all about the R&B hits, dude. It was all about the slow jams, you know? Very rarely do we get any sort of R&B jams like this anymore, you know? There are those artists that are like doing it and trying to like bring the R&B revival.
I mean, I have heard this song many, many times. My family members kind of like got stuck in that kind of era. We know these songs, not because I was turning up the radio at like 2 years old. That's why my kids know the 80s, because, you know, I love that music. They weren't like deciding to listen to it, just like I wasn't deciding to listen to this, but it just becomes part of you.
Next up, we're gonna have you guess the prices of certain items on the day you were born compared to what they are now.
Oh no, this is an inflation thing, dude. I don't even understand how inflation works.
I was pretty bomb at The Price is Right, but this was before my time or era where I would have known. I'm gonna try to remember what my parents complained about.
First up we have is gas prices. The current cost of gas in the US is the average of $2.47.
That's the average? But I want to live wherever the average is, bro. Price of gas was so cheap in the 90s, dude. Let's do like $1.30.
Well, since I wasn't driving until decades later, 9 cents a gallon.
I'm gonna say it was like 68 cents.
Let's go $1. Let's go $1.56.
It was actually...
Oh, really? In the 60s, when I started driving, gas was 29 cents a gallon. That's why I went so low.
Ah, I was 5 off. You know, it's like a good birthday gift because I was almost right.
Those were the days. Oh, dude, imagine driving a car in 95, dude. Could you imagine filling up on $15?
I thought I was being so like cheap. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna be like, girl, calm down. When was that? Really? Well, now I know why my parents have a heart attack when they have to fill their tank.
You hear these prices from this year and you go, oh my God, but what you have to remember is that a teacher was maybe making $300 a year. So you have to not be as impressed as you initially are.
So up next, you'll be taking a guess at the median cost of a home in the U.S. The current median in the U.S. is $226,800. How expensive do you think it was on the day you were born?
I'm thinking it's like half of that. I'm gonna say 100 thou.
Let's go with 7,300.
116,400.
I remember my grandmother saying that they bought their house for like less than the price of what they were selling cars for. 35,000?
The average cost of a house on the day you were born was?
Okay, so a little, I underballed it. Houses have doubled since then. That's why it's so damn hard for us to get homes.
But that is obviously way cheaper, and that looks way nicer. And especially I wish it was like that in California, where I live, which is still double.
Oh, that's not bad. I remember when my parents got a house, and I remember them complaining about how expensive it was.
Oh my God. That kind of makes me sick a little bit. My kids, unless they win the lottery or something, or unless all 4 of them go in on one house, they can't afford a house. And they work very hard, you know, full time, and it just doesn't seem like something they can even strive for. So they don't. Like, they have no interest. They're like, why? We can't afford it. And it's just so sad.
Finally, we're gonna have you guess the average price of a movie ticket.
Oh.
Today, it is $9.37.
I wanna go wherever tickets are that much. Dude, I remember like $6 was like the average ticket price. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say $5.30. $5.50 final answer.
I'm going to guess 75 cents.
I'm gonna say like 45 cents.
I remember my brothers talking about this the other day, actually. So I think it was around $4.
Actual cost was...
Oh, wow, even better. I remember watching a lot of movies at the drive-in. It was kind of exciting. And you put this, you know, you got the speaker and you pulled the speaker up and you stuck it on your window.
My parents definitely took us to drive-ins because that was just more affordable for all of us. You only had to pay for like per vehicle. $1.89. I can't even imagine. I would go to the movies every day if that was the cost.
I think one of the big reasons why people are like, maybe we should do something else at the movies is because tickets are so high. So you end up wanting to have like a cheap night out and you end up spending $50 on concessions and like tickets.
To end this episode, you'll be taking a look at a cover of a Times magazine that came out around your birthday.
Oh, that's cool. Am I in it? No? Okay, probably not.
So here's what the front page looked like.
How to save the Earth and the heroes for the planet who are making it happen. Yes!
Toscanini, okay. What was he conducting at that point in time? I think he was conducting the Philharmonic, yeah, but I'm not sure. I think I remember seeing him on television.
Is Bosnia worth dying for? U.S. Army Trooper Andrew F. Hawley training in Germany for deployment as a peacekeeper.
Nixon's trip. Gotta be before his little, situation. He's smiling there and everything. You better soak in the happiness now, sir.
Featured on the cover is U.S. Army Trooper Andrew F. Hawley, who became a peacekeeper.
Usually Time recognizes like really like big milestones in what's happening around the time.
I learned a lot. I learned that April 26th is Earth Day. But hey, now you know my birthday is April 26th. My Venmo link will be down below. Give me lots of goodies.
When I was growing up, I had no clue. Zero clue. I knew who the president was because, they kind of teach it to you in school. If grown-ups started talking about it around the table or whatever, I remember the older gen being like, you know what, the kids are here. Let's wait until they kick us out. It probably wasn't the best idea for, the grown-ups not to let the kids know what was going on. So I tried to with mine, and now they've kind of taken over. The roles are reversed because I'm just so over it. So now the kids are like, Mom, did you hear about this? And I'm like, oh God, just give me the highlights. I can't take much more.
Finally, after showing you multiple mediums that allowed us to take a look back into your past, for you personally, what's one of the earliest memories in your life that you remember?
Dang, what do I remember? You ever remember being a baby? Cause I think I low-key remember being a baby and being in like a baby swing.
I remember something happening between my brother and sister and me. I don't know what it was that happened, but all I can remember is my mother turning to me and going, "Oh, Libby, I'm so disappointed."
I want to say when I was about 3, I was a flower girl, so it was like very hyped. And I remember because I was so scared to do it. I was only 3 years old. And I remember practicing and practicing and practicing. So when the day came, I was like, doing the flower petal thing. And then I ran out of flower petals like halfway down the aisle. And I just stopped. I just stopped walking. I'm like, I don't know what to do after this. My older cousins and stuff were like gathering them behind me and then put them back in the basket for me. And then I just kept going like if they unpaused me or something. That's like the earliest memory that I have.
Hey everyone, Lauren Producer here at FBE. Thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you want to see more episodes like this across all the generations, we have plenty of them. So make sure you check them out with the links down in the description. Bye.